Hey, this is Pierre Vidaco talking. I often have this question, where the files are stored in Teams. So this is what you need to know. Um, so first, in a team, so behind a team, there's a SharePoint site, and sometimes several SharePoint sites. So behind a team, there's a SharePoint site, and in the SharePoint site, there's a document library. And for each channel, at the exception of private channel and shared channel, you have a folder in this document library with the name of the channel. So general is general, channel 1 is channel 1, channel 2 is channel 2. But when you have a private channel or a shared channel, then you have a new SharePoint site. That's the only exception. For when you're sharing a document in a chat or a group chat with one person or different person, it will be stored, the document will be stored in your OneDrive in a specific folder called Microsoft Teams chat files. So let's see that in action actually. So I'm gonna escape that and show it in action. So here I'm in a chat. I can even, add more people if I want. So let's add another person. And I'm gonna just drag and drop a file that is on my computer. So let's say I'm gonna take whatever document, this document here. So it's uploading it where? In the OneDrive. And so it tells me that if people are coming, if I add more people in the group chat after, then I will need to change the permission. So when I do that, first, where is the document? So let's go now in Office 365 on the home page. So I can access, actually, I need to go to my OneDrive. And then you'll see in the folders, there are several folders. And one of them is for storing, it's a folder that was created for you and where the files are stored. And here I see all the document I shared in a chat, and I can see directly here some information about this file, and I should be able to see some details. And I actually can see who I shared that with. So Matt Barger was added, me for sure, and I don't know why I shared also all my files here with him, but Noah has been added. So this file has been shared with Noah and Matt and me. So here it says you shared this file with yourself, Noah, and Matt Barger. Probably Peter has access to it because I shared this folder with him, so he can have access to everything. But it only shares with the people you mentioned. So that's how it works. So you don't have to, bother about giving any permission when you sharing a document. But if you want to give access to people that are not in the chat, then you need to manage access to this document and maybe add more people to specific people who you want to share this document with. So now when I look at teams, in a team, if I go, I don't know which one, so this one for example, if I'm going general channel and I go to files, you'll see that I'm going to open this team in SharePoint. So open in SharePoint is there. And you can see that I'm in the document library called Documents. And under Documents, there's General. So let's go up to Documents. In here, I see General and Resources. So if you look here, there's General, Resources, and Viva. But Viva is empty. So let's activate it. It's a channel I created, but I never initiated. So now let's store a document here. Same thing. I'm going to store that here directly in Teams. So usually users don't have to go to SharePoint behind the scene, but I'm showing that what is happening. So now I activated this Viva channel that becomes a folder, and if I click on Viva, I can find the document. So that's how you see, the SharePoint behind the scene behind Teams, and same thing, you can see who has access to it. So people who are invited to this team have access to the document. Pretty simple. Now, if I create a private channel, let's call it demo private. And I can add members here. I'm not going to do that right now. So same thing, I go to files to activate it. So let's see now. Do I have under documents demo private? No, I don't see it. So let's go there and open it in SharePoint. And you can see now it's a new SharePoint site with the name of the channel, Demo Viva Planet Demo Private. So it's a name of the team and the name of the channel. And that's where I'm going to have, there's nothing else than the folder Demo Private. That's the name of the channel. But if I go up, there's nothing else. It's a separate SharePoint site for that purpose. So it's a little bit different with private channel and share channel. It creates a separate site to manage the permission actually. So then you have different permission for the private channel than for the team, because for the team everybody has the same permission, but for a private channel only people you want to invite have access to, so they will be granted for accessing this dedicated site. So that's what behind the scene, behind a team, there is a SharePoint site, one folder in a document library with the name of the folder, the name of the channel, and for private channels, there's a new site that is created with the name of the folder, the channel. And for chat and group chat, so the person who creates the chat, who drags and drops the document in the chat, will host in his OneDrive under the Microsoft Teams chat files the document, and the document will be automatically granted for the people who are in the chat. So that's how it works. So let's try a last thing that it was supposed to change. So let's see if it works now. So before, when you were renaming, oops, I'm not in the right page. Before, when you were renaming in team, the name of a team, the folder was not renamed. So it could be eventually complicated. So let's add an emoji like this one. And this one. Maybe there's an emoji for when you I'm not sure. Let's try to find. Yeah, there's an emoji for you. It's better than a smiley. So let's see if when I change the name of the resource, the channel, if it changes the SharePoint name. So which one was it? No, not this one, this one. So let's refresh this. Apparently it doesn't do that. So the name is still resources. And it's supposed to come, so I'm not sure if it's rolling and if it's not there on our tenant. But as you can see previously, which is the state where I am, when you rename a channel, and I can try to change the name of another channel, like the Viva one, without, changing just the name. Um, so I'm maybe just clicking on the file. I just not sure how it's supposed to upgrade. So you see the folder name doesn't change. So in the near future, because it's supposed to come and it's supposed to roll out on different tenants, you will have a consistency between your folder, the name of the folder that represent the channel will be the same. Here it's the first name you give. So that's some secrets behind the scene for Teams and how files are stored. If you want to be curious, but it's pretty advanced features, you can see how to manage access directly. You can see, who has access. You can change things directly here if you have the permission, if you're the Teams owner. But I wouldn't play too much with that because you can break some security access here. So it's not very recommended to to play with the security access of a document. Sometimes you don't have the choice. If you want to share a document that is stored in a team with people who are not in a team but you don't want to invite them, then maybe you can use the share button with the specific people that are not in your team. I don't know who I can pick up. Uh, I need to find somebody. Okay, Josh. So you can share with this specific person, and you will have access to the document, but he won't have access to other things like other documents, or he won't have access to the team, so he won't see any chat. So it's rare to use that. Sometimes you have to. There's some exceptions, but most of the time you don't want to mess up with the permissions in a team. But you need to understand it, so it's with better awareness you're able to make the right decision. Hope this was helpful.